So to prepare for this video, I actually had to lay my edges because I felt like I wasn't put together to come sit here. I mean, if my edges are not laid, you know. So I had to lay it, and laying it kind of make the style not look a month and a week old that it actually is. So yeah, I had to do all of that. And I mean, it's Sunday. I recorded this video on Val's Day, and I mean, that's not why I'm wearing red. It's a coincidence. I mean, yeah. So today we're going to talk about edges, the obsession about laying edges, and how it is affecting us, how it can lead to hair loss that, I mean, we don't even see it to be a problem. Let's get right into the video. So what are edges? So edges are what you see here. Okay, so some people do not have edges. Some people have long hair right from here. Like the hairs in their front here are long, like the same as the rest of their hair. I have a friend like that. So she was to do a bridesmaid for somebody, and so she needed to do a sleek, the style was that they should do a sleek back. And because she didn't have any short hairs for me to lay, I mean, she was quite worried that I need like okay, so there was a hairstylist there. I'm not a hairstylist. So there was a hairstylist there who actually did the slick down for her and attached her pony. So she came to me like, "Mommy, I don't like what she did. Like, look, she didn't lay any edges." And I was like, "Honey, you don't have no edges." She's like, "But at least they can do something like some swoops." And I was like, "Okay." So everybody wants something laid. Everybody wants those swoops and everything there, like, because they feel like without it, they are not put together. They feel like without it, the style is not complete. Okay, so that was it. Some people simply do not have it. Some people have it, some people do not have it. So the extent to which some people go to get those short hairs, some people go to the extent of actually cutting the hairs in their front to make them shorter so that they can lay it. And that is, honey, don't cut your hair like that. Not for baby hairs. I mean, anyways. And I mean, maybe if I didn't have baby hairs, I would want to do that. So I get it. And some people, because I mean, I watch Sewa, and the moment Sewa slaps that cocoa black gel on her edges and just use the comb to just do some little swoops, it's all laid. Mine is not laying, no matter what I do. So some people resort to using relaxers to relax their edges. Some people even relax their eyebrows so that it will look sleek. And you realize what I was going to add to it? Sleek and nice. Because even though we have accepted to go natural, we still see sleek to be nice. But do edges really need to be laid? They don't. But right now I see that even if we do locks, even those who have locks sometimes lay their edges. It's like you're going in for the whole afro look, but you're still laying your edges. Your hair is locked up, but you need some sleek style, some sleek something in there. There should be something sleek in there. Our hair is all coily and natural, but we still need something sleek in there because, I mean, it makes the style look put together. It makes the style look nice. It makes it look professional. A friend was like, her boyfriend was like, she doesn't like the whole twist out, like, and the hair will be big on there. She looks better when she does like a sleek style and all. And I was like, even our men haven't really accepted our natural hair. They feel like, okay, when you slick down your natural hair like all back and attach a pony, or even if you want to attach a pony, just slick it all back, and then that will be nice and all. Like, even some of our men haven't accepted it. But some men actually love it. Like, sometimes I'll be walking around and someone will be like, "Oh, I love your natural hair." And I'm like, "Thank you." Like, that day I just have like a simple afro, no defined coils or anything, and like, they're like, "I like your hair." I'm like, okay, that's cool. I mean, I was in a chat I was in a talk on Clubhouse where dermatologists were talking about edges. So there were some beauty experts there, and they were talking about edges and all of that, like why, and laid baby hairs, the whole obsession about all of that. And some people were sharing where they got those influences from. So there was people there in their 40s, in their 30s, who were sharing their experiences, and some of them were saying they saw them on some celebrities on TV. I mean, the celebrities that they were talking about, I mean, I'm a 90s girl. I'm an early 90s girl, so I don't really know, and I wasn't really into music and all of that at those times, so I don't really know much. But they were like, they saw some celebrities have them laid edges with all those artistic thing all around the edges, and then they wanted to have it too. So they would do everything using jams, gel, like everything that they could put on their hair to make it look sleek. And there was one other lady who was like, you know, the way our mothers used to put hot combs on our hair to get it straight so that they could take it to work, they could take it to school, to take it to church and all. And like one lady was like, her mom would tell her to actually sit tight so that she can put the hot comb on her edges. Like, I need to lay them edges for you. Those edges need to be laid straight because we are going to church. And I was like, hi, hot comb on my edges? Like, that's my skin. Like, okay. So when she was saying that, I was actually like cringing, like, oh my God, like I was just imagining it. I was like, no. But then it needed to be done. So you actually have to sit tight and endure the heat on your skin just because your edges needed to be laid so that you would fit in. That's another trouble, but we are facing a whole different thing. I mean, we are facing the same thing but in a different way now. And also some people were like, they got into this whole edges thing when, you know, frontals and closures came into being. And you see that when you watch videos on YouTube, the part where they lay their edges on this whole frontal is one of the most important parts when it comes to wearing your frontal or wearing your closures. There are some videos where they want to make the closures look like frontal, and when you look at it, the whole idea is to even with the closure there, they try to like lay it past the closure so that you would think that it's actually a full frontal wig. So the whole thing is about laying of edges. So that's just it. So I mean, that was where some people's influence came from. Personally, my influence came from when I started watching natural hair videos on YouTube, and I would realize that when they would do their wash and goes, their twist outs, like all of those styles, they get to a part where they are done with the style and then they need to lay their edges. And that is a very important part, especially for me. Even now that I do YouTube videos myself, laying of edges is kind of like very important to me when I am filming my video. I always go like, okay, so it's time to lay them edges. Like, girl, don't leave them edges unlaid. Like, I remember that I've said something like that because I feel like, and I've always known and thought that is what kind of put the whole thing together. That is where I got my experience from. Traction alopecia. Traction alopecia is a form of hair loss where damage is caused to the hair follicle due to repeated tension and pulling. From what I have noticed, is like traction alopecia, it's normal. But should it be normal? It shouldn't be normal, but we have normalized it, especially in the African communities and even among African Americans. We have just normalized traction alopecia, and you realize that most of our mothers, our aunties who still do those braids, especially Ghana braids, these braids and twists and all of that, they have done it so many times, and the constant pulling to the extent that most of them, their hairline has been pushed way back and you can barely see any hairs even here. Like the follicles are so damaged that no hair is coming out of it anymore. I don't know about you, but that is quite alarming. That is quite alarming. If you agree with me, give me a like on this video. So sometimes protective styles like these ones can cause it. I stopped doing protective styles because I wanted the whole snatched look. Like I would tie my bun so tight that I'll have this whole snatched and have this whole, snatched look, because I liked it. I liked the way I looked and all. Like even when you do normal buns with your natural hair, you want it tight so that you look snatched and all. So those protective styles it actually made me lose my edges when I was relaxed. And it's part of the very reasons why I actually went natural. So I lost all of my edges, and I decided to just stop doing it so that I could grow back my edges. And now I just have my edges back. Sometimes you would realize that some people actually go to the salon, in as much as some hairstylists or hair braiders would do tight styles, and people are just too shy to say that, oh, it's too tight, so can you please don't make them too tight. Some people actually request that, okay, the braids are not tight enough, can you make them a little bit more tight? Some people feel like when you do those braids, they're actually supposed to be tight. But honey, so far as the hair has been grabbed and everything is looking all nice and neat, it's not supposed to hurt. It is not supposed to hurt. So some people will actually request that a stylist make them tighter because they feel like that is the normal. And this whole tight pulling and all, we don't think about putting damage on our hair follicles. We don't think about that. We just say it's just hair. And when I do it after like a week, that the pain is going to go away. Yes, it's going to go away, but there is still damage caused to the hair follicles, which needs to be attended to. Some people also perceive that if the style is loose, it's just not nice. I remember back in school, a roommate would be like, okay, so I want to do these braids, and like the thing doesn't even hurt, like it's not even nice. So they kind of see that if the braids are not tight, if it's not hurting, then it means it's just not nice, because they just need it to be tight so that they feel that they've actually spent money to get braids. And is that normal? I don't know about you, but I don't see that to be normal. Also, about using toothbrushes to lay our edges. I had problems using the hard toothbrush to lay my edges. The very soft ones, it just won't lay. Like my hair is so coily that if I try to lay it, it would just coil back. So I would want to use the hard one, and the hard ones, by the time I have finished laying my edges, the whole of my edges would be burning. So I resorted to using tail combs because the ends are not sharp, the ends are blunt. When I'm buying a tail comb, I actually feel the ends on my hands. That's what I'm gonna do. If you are selling it to me and you won't let me do that, I don't know, but I'll do it. I need to test it to see that everything is blunt, because I use them to lay my edges, and that is what actually helps me. I feel like it's easier, and I don't feel any pain when I am laying my edges. Those hard brushes on our edges every day, especially when you're wearing styles like this, because I figured that wearing these braids, I actually lay my edges almost every single day, unless on weekends where I don't have anything to do or when I won't film any video. So when I would wear my natural hair, mostly, if you have realized, I like to wear my hair in bangs so that I don't have to show it. If I would wear a side part, I'll just do like this little swoop here so that the side part is this way, and the rest of my hair will be covering this part. So I don't really lay those sides, and I don't lay this sides too. I just let my hair be and just do like one little swoop here, just to we just simply have to add something sleek in there. It's so funny. So what do you think about this whole laid edges? Do you think we are traumatizing our hair follicles? Can we actually stop laying our hair? Do we have to stop laying our hair? Do we have to decrease the rate at which we do it? sometimes I feel like in some styles they are not really necessary that we do it. I mean, before I laid my edges to do this video, if you saw my hair, it would look like, oh, what, you've had those braids in for like 3 months? No. But then laying my edges, they look like they are like 2 weeks old. They look like they are like 3 weeks old. You know, they all look nice and neat, which is sad, right? I mean, it makes the style looks put together and all. So let me know in the comment section below what you think about that. Do you think laying your edges affects your edges? Do you think we are taking good care of it? I'll do a video, a short video, telling you how to take care of your edges, telling you how I take care of my edges and what I have been doing all this while after losing my edges, what I did to grow them back. And yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you all in the next one. I appreciate you all, and bye.